For behold, the storm comes, and now all friends should gather together, lest singly be destroyed. Hello everyone, my name's Elspeth, welcome to the Planeswalker Pantheon. Today, we are opening up a box of set boosters from the Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth set from Magic the Gathering Universes Beyond. Let's get into this, shall we? Alright. That there. Of course, we have our Realms and Relics box topper, which we'll open right at the end. And we got our set boosters, which we'll put to the side. First up. I think all packs should honestly have this tear strip. Oh, we got a signed art card right there. Oh, we got Miner's Bane. Gosh, Core 15 called and wants its card back. Guess we'll do it like that. Oath of the Grey Host. We have another Delighted Halfling. Single green creature halfling citizen. Tap to add a colourless. Tap to add one mana of any colour. Spend this mana to only cast a legendary spell, and that can't be counted. Frodo Baggins. Golem's Bite. Gandalf's Sanction, Kansas Liberation, and our commons. I was expecting to hit a list card first off, but hey, what are you gonna do? We have our token. Foil Rosy Cotton. We have a Mythal Coat, 3 mana for a legendary artifact equipment, flash indestructible. When it enters the battlefield, attach it to target legendary creature you control. Equipped creature has indestructible. We have an extended art, actually panorama art, I believe, Grey Havens. Long list of the Ents, Elvish Restoration, Quick Beam, and the rest of their cards. I can move some of this stuff over, I think. And our art card. Next one up. Got our token. We have a full Grond the Gatebreaker. And we have EMR Marshal of Rohan, 2 and 2 red legendary creature human knight. With haste, 4/4. Whenever one or more other attacking legendary creatures you control die, untap all creatures you control. After this phase, there is an additional combat phase. This ability triggers only once each turn. Gothmog Morgul the Tenant, Arwen Umdel, Selborn the Wise, Mirror of Galadriel, and our commons, our pretty land, and our art card. Next one up. Okay, a little game. Foil Nimble Hobbit. We have a Mythic. It's Dawn of a New Age. 1 and a white enchantment. It enters the battlefield with a hope counter on it for each creature you control. At the beginning of your end step, remove a hope counter. If you do, draw a card. Then Dawn of a New Age has no hope counters on it. Sacrifice it and you gain 4 life. We also have, we have Galadriel, Elven Queen from the Commander deck. 2 green and blue, legendary creature, Elf Noble, 4/5 with Will of the Council. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if another elf entered the battlefield under your control this turn, starting with you, each player votes for Dominion or Guidance. If Dominion gets more votes, the ring tempts you, then you put a +1/+1 counter on your ring bearer. If Guidance gets more votes, or the vote is tied, you draw a card. We have a Panorama Art Mini Partings, Stone of Enoch, the Bath Song, the Grey Havens, Gimli's Axe, Nasty End. This one was done in the odd order, I just noticed. And our art card. Alright, next one up. Ooh, another list card here, Crumbling Necropolis. That's from a bit before I started playing, actually. Oh, we have a foil commander card here, Saruman the White Hand. White and the Full Grixis, legendary creature, Avatar Wizard 2/5. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, amass Orcs X, where X is that spell's mana value. Goblins and Orcs you control have Ward 2. We have Faramir, Prince of Ithilien. 2 white and blue, legendary creature, human noble, 3/3. At the beginning of your end step, choose an opponent. At the beginning of that player's next end step, you draw a card if they didn't attack you that turn. Otherwise, create 3 1/1 human sea creature tokens. Gimli, Counter of Kills. Nasty End. Manhua, Uruk-hai Captain. Book of Marzabal. Denethor, Ruling Steward. Knife Wound, Grey Havens, Warden, Nimrod Watcher, and a land, and our art card. Next one up. We have our treasure, Foil Shire Terrace. We have Shelob, Child of Ulngont, 4 black and green legendary creature, Spider Demon. Death Touch 8/8, Death Touch Ward 2. Why does it need Death Touch if it's that big? Other spies you control have Death Touch and Ward 2. Whenever another creature dealt damage this turn by a spider you control dies, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a food artifact, with the food text, and it loses all other card types. Sardok, Master of Buckland, 3 and a white, legendary creature, halfling citizen. 2/4, when it or another non-token creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield and you control, create a 1/1 halfling. Tap 2 other untapped halflings, and it gets +2/+0 and gains lifelink. Knights of Dol Amroth. Legolas, Counter of Kills. Friendly Rivalry. Gimli, Counter of Kills, because of course you have to have the trio. And then our commons, and our land, and our art card. So now, alright, so Great Hall of the Citadel. Sauron's Ransom, 1 blue and black instant. Choose an opponent. They look at the top 4 cards of your library and separate them into a face down and face up pile. Put 1 pile into your hand, the other into your graveyard. The ring tempts you. Extended Art, Rosy Cotton. Glorenfell, Arwen, Celeborn, and our commons here, and Pretty Mountain, and our art card. Next one up. Some food. For Captain of Umbar. Arundel, Flame of the West. 3 mana, legendary artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +3/+1. Whenever equipped creature attacks, create 2 tapped 1/1 white spirit creature tokens with flying. If the creature is legendary, instead create 2 of those tokens that are tapped and attacking. Meriadoc Brandybuck. Old Man Willow. Rise of the Witch King. Landrevel, Horizon Witness. Mirador, Swift Savior. Gwanda, the Wind Lord. And our commons, and the Cool Mountain, and our art card. Next one up. Ooh, another list card. We've got Exhaustion. Huh. When an opponent's next turn, he or she skips tapping his or her lands. Creatures and lands. Cool. For Erkenbrand, Lord of Westfold. We have Hugh the Entwood. It's a mythic. 3 and 2 red for a sorcery. Sacrifice any number of lands. Reveal the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of lands sacrificed. Choose any number of artifact and or land cards revealed this way. Put all non-land cards chosen this way onto the battlefield. Then put all land cards chosen this way onto the battlefield tapped. Then put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. We have a Temptation artwork, Samwise the Stout-Hearted, Grishnash, Brash Instigator, Grond the Gatebreaker, Goblin Fire Leaper, Rising of the Day. Shadowfax, the fact they put the rules text for haste is great. I'm so happy they went in on that. And our commons, and our forest, and our art card. But yeah, the fact they went in on that joke of Shadowfax show us the meaning of haste, and they actually committed to the bit, is amazing to me. Jeez, we're really hitting it on those list cards. We've got the Thran Quarry. At the end of each turn, if you control no creature, sacrifice the quarry. Tap to add 1 mana of any colour to your mana pool. Cool. That's actually kind of legit. Ooh, I believe this is the panorama artwork for Legolas Master Archer. 1 and 2 green, legendary creature, elf archer, 1/4 with reach. Whenever you cast a spell that targets Legolas, put a +1/+1 counter on Legolas. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you don't control, Legolas deals damage equal to its power to up to 1 target creature. Balrog Durin's Bane, 5 red and black for legendary creature Avatar Demon, 7/5. It costs 1 less to cast for each permanent sacrifice's turn. It has haste. It can't be blocked except by legendary creatures, and when it dies, destroy target artifact or creature an opponent controls. Lash of the Balrog, Voracious Fellbeast, Stern Scolding, Fulvatuk, You Cannot Pass, Lost to Legend, and the rest of our commons and our lands and our art card. Oh, cute Radagast artwork. Next one up. Got our token. Foil Lash of the Balrog. Scroll of Isildur, 2 and a blue. It's an enchantment saga. First chapter, gain control up to 1 target artifact for as long as you control the scroll. And the ring tempts you. Tap up to 2 target creatures, put a stun counter on each of them, and then draw a card for each tapped creature target opponent controls. Ooh, we have I believe again, this is the panorama Mary Esquire of Rohan. Red and a white for a 2/2 legendary creature, halfling knight with haste. It's its first strike as long as it's equipped, and whenever you attack with Mary and another legendary creature, draw a card. Pippin's Bravery in the extended art. Growth of the Grey Host. Bill Fenny, Bree Swindler. Bill the Pony, because of course you gotta have the Swindler and his horse. And our commons. Awesome Island. And our art card, which is actually signed. Nice. Next one up. Oh, it's the end of each, and I just read Thran Quarry properly. Let's say that sounds like just a straightly better Manacon ones. Orc Army. Ranges 5, Brandon Foil. We have Rivendell. It's a legendary land. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a legendary creature. Tapped for blue. 1 and a blue tap scry 2. Activate only if you control a legendary creature. Mirkwood Bats in the panorama artwork. Grishnash, Grond, Goblin Fire Leaper, Mirror of Galadriel, Legolas, Counter of Kills. And we have our commons. Mini Party, Second Breakfast in Olympus, because why not? Our Swamp and our art card. Alright, next one up. We have our little game. Oh, we have a foil Gimli Counter of Kills. I want the Legolas in this frame in foil so I can do that, maybe do that team attack. Elven Chorus, 3 and a green enchantment. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast creature spells from the top of your library. Creatures you control have tap, add 1 mana of any colour. Gandalf, Friend of the Shire in the Temptation artwork. Friendly Rivalry, Gimli Counter of Kills, Rising of the Day. And we have our commons, our land, and our art card. Alright, next one up. Got our token. Horses of the Burian. The Flowering of the White Tree. White legendary enchantment. Legendary creatures you control get +2/+1 and have ward 1. Non-legendary creatures you control get +1/+1. Prince Imral the Fair. This is the panorama artwork. What? Panorama artwork? Pardon me, I didn't know I was about to start reading that. Peregrine Took in the Temptation artwork. Shadow Summoning, Theoden, King of Rohan, The Mouth of Sauron, Grima Wormtongue. So we basically have the whole Rohirrim story there. Our commons, our planes, and our art card. Next one up. More list cards. Argivian Restoration. Cool. For Arwen. Smeagol, helpful guide. He's just a helpful boy. 1 black and grey legendary creature, halfling horror, 4/2. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died under your control this turn, the ring tempts you. Whenever the ring tempts you, target opponent reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a land card. Put that card onto the battlefield tapped under your control, and the rest into their graveyard. We have a Voracious Soul Beast in the panorama artwork, Fearfire Foes, Stu the Conies, Shire Sheriff, Butterbur, Bree Innkeeper. And our commons right there, our land, and our art card. I'm surprised we don't this long open this thing and we've probably got a ring token. Breaking of the Fellowship in foil. Lotho, Corrupt Sheriff, white and a black legendary creature, halfling rogue. It's a 2/1. Whenever a player casts a second spell each turn, you lose 1 life and create a treasure. Pippin's Bravery in the panorama art. Shadowfax, Oath of the Grey Host, Bill Fenry, Brief Swindler. And then some commons right there, our island, and our art card. Next one up. Got our boulder. It's a nice boulder. Foil Elven Farsight. Pippin, Guard of the Citadel, white and a blue, legendary creature, halfling soldier, 2/2 with vigilance and ward 1. Tap another target creature you control, gains protection from the card type of your choice until end of turn. We have a panorama art Oliphant, Urgluk of the White Hand, Ireth of the Healing House, Aemar of the Riddermark, Erkenbrand, Lord of Westfold, Cast into the Fire. And some other comments there. I just really want to do that. And foil Pretty Plains. And Thrill of Possibility. Huh. That must be from the command deck, because I don't remember that being in the main set. Anyways, next one up. Another ring. Foil Letharian Lookout. Born Upon a Wind. 1 and a blue instant. You may cast spells this turn as though they had flash. Draw a card. Mirkwood Bats in the panorama artwork. Rosie Cotton. Peregrine Took. Merry Dog Brandybuck. Trebuchet. And we'll just skip through the rest of these because I think these are all commons. I miss the old way they used to do this. I've got a land and art card. Mary. Alright, next one up. More armies from Isengard. Foil panorama artwork for Pippin's Bravery. Battle of Bywater, 1 and 2 white sorcery. Destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater, then create a food token for each creature you control. Nazgul. Foray of Orcs in the panorama artwork. Bilbo Retired Burglar. Barrowblade. Frodo Baggins. And some commons. Pretty Forest. And an art card of Frodo. Next on up. Oh, hey, that's actually not a bad hit in terms of list cards. Rooftop Storm, 5 and a blue enchantment. You may pay 0 rather than pay the mana cost for zombie creatures you control. Nice. Full a panorama artwork, Rising of the Day. Watcher in the Water. I haven't actually seen this one. 3 and 2 blue, legendary creature, character 9/9. When it enters the battlefield, tapped with 9 stun counters on it. Whenever you draw a card during an opponent's turn, create a 1/1 blue tentacle. Whenever a tentacle you control dies, untap up to 1 target Kraken and put a stun counter on up to 1 target non-land permanent. Cool. Oh, that's real nice. That's a panorama artwork, Orcish Bowmasters. 1 and a black creature, Orc Archer, 1/1 with flash. When it enters the battlefield, whenever an opponent draws a card except the first one they draw on each of their draw steps, it does 1 damage to any target, then amass 1. Got a Shire Sheriff, Prince Imal the Fair, Strider Ranger of the North, Eowyn Lady of Rohan, and some commons. a forest, and a Boromir. Next one up. Got food. Sheila food. Rangers of Thillion, 2 and 2 blue, creature human ranger, 3/3 vigilance. When it enters the battlefield, gain control up to one target creature with lesser power for as long as you control the rangers, and then the ring tempts you. And we've got another Orcish Bowmasters. I think I'm really going to play a set of these, actually, which is real nice. Voracious Fellbeast, Bill, Stu the Conies, Shy Sheriff, and some commons there. Pretty plains. And, ooh, a Heroic Intervention art card. Next one up. Got food. Foil Denethor, Ruling Steward. Oh, we've got Barad-dûr, legendary land, and it's battlefield tapped unless you control a legendary creature. Tap to add black, and then black XX and black. Tap, amass Orcs X, activate only if your creature died this turn. Extended art, many partings. Fear Fire Foes, Foray of Orcs, March from the Black Gate. Butterberry Innkeeper, Rosy Cotton. Celebrant, Deceive the Messenger, Treason of Isengard, Pretty Plains, and our art card of Sam. And all of his children. Next one up. Got a ring. Eastling Vanguard. Vial of Galadriel. 3 legendary artifact. If you draw a card while you have no cards in hand, draw 2 instead. If you would gain life when you have 5 or less life, you gain twice that much life instead. Tap to add 1 mana of any colour. Knights of Dol Amroth. Rising of the Day, both in panorama artwork. Reprieve. Faramir Field Commander. I've never actually seen this card in the normal artwork. I've only seen the Temptation artwork, so it's a little bit weird to see it like this. Dunedin Rangers. Flick through all these commons. Awesome Swamp. And what was signed Goldberry. Very nice. Next one up. Alright, so we've got a little game. Uruk-hai Berserker. We got There and Back Again. What a classic story, huh? 3 and 2 red for Enchantment Saga. Chapter 1. Up to 1 target creature can't block as long as you control There and Back Again. The ring tempts you. Search your library for a mountain, put it onto the battlefield and shuffle. And then create Smug, a legendary 6/6 red dragon creature token with flying and haste. When this creature dies, create 14 treasure tokens. Because Smug's loot, for those who don't know, who aren't so super familiar with Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, his hoard was divided up by 14. Many partings. Oh, we got a fall there, which we will fix quickly. Many partings. Foray of Orcs, March from the Black Gate, Gothmog, Morgul Lieutenant, Golem Palatian Plotter, Samwise Stout-Hearted, and our commons, our normal land, and our art card. He just wants to help, guys. There's nothing wrong with wanting to help. Alright, next one up. Oof, we're really throwing it back with these list cards. Crescendo of War from one, I think from the first Commander deck? Jeez. Alright. We have a foil Esquire of the King. Sharky, Tyrant of the Shire. I can't remember if we read this one. I'll read it just in case. 2 blue and a black legendary creature, Avatar Rogue. 2 for activated abilities of lands your opponents control can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. Sharky has all activated abilities of lands or opponent's control except for mana abilities, and mana of any type can be spent to activate Sharky's abilities. Foray of Orcs in the panorama artwork. Peregrine Took, Meridoc Brandybuck, Bilbo Retired Burglar, and some commons. And a foil Pretty Forest, and our art card. Next one up. A token that no one really cares about. We have a Stone of Innick. Yeah. Lost Isle Calling. 1 and a blue enchantment. Whenever you scry, put a verse counter on Lost Isle. 4 and 2 blue, exile the Lost Isle. Draw a card for each verse counter. If it has 7 or more verses, take an extra turn after this one. Activate only as a sorcery. Assault on Osgiliath. Oh, that's a rare. I didn't even see that. X and triple red for a sorcery. Amass Orcs X. Then goblins and orcs you control gain double strike and haste. We have Golem Patient Plotter in the Temptation artwork. Gift of Strands. Gandalf, Friend of the Shire. Tower of Trinivald. And our commons. Bombadil. And a Foily Swamp. And art card. Alright, I think we're nearing the bottom of the box by now. We have our Tentacle. We have a foil Mouth of Sauron. We have Fall of Gil-galad. 1 and a green for an enchantment saga. Chapter 1, scry 2. Chapter 2, put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature you control. And Chapter 3, until end of turn, target creature control gains. When this creature dies, draw 2 cards, then that creature fights up to 1 other target creature. Faramir, Field Commander in the Temptation artwork. Gorebag of Minas Mogul. Saruman's Trickery. Saruman the White. Shortcut to Mushrooms. Ringsight. And our commons. And a foil normal planes. And we've got Pippin as our art card. Yep, we are at the last 3 packs before we get to our wonderful little box topper. Our army. Ents Fury. Minas Tirith, legendary land. It enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a legendary creature. Tap to add white and 1 and a white to draw a card. Activate only if you attacked with 2 or more creatures this turn. Faramir, Prince of Ithilien. I've never actually seen this artwork actually for Faramir. This version of the artwork for Faramir, so that's real nice. Dunlan Kerrigan. Fiery Inscription, which actually has the One Ring to rule them all in the Black Speech. Bitter Downfall. Ranger's Firebrand. And our commons. And our planes. And Sam the Stout-Hearted. I had to double check because there's so many versions of Sam, Merry, and Pippin that it's not even funny. Which is nice because you get to see the sort of progression. More Orcs for the Orc Army. Quarrel's End in foil. Elrond, Master of Healing, 2 green and blue for a legendary creature, Elf Noble to 4/4. Whenever you scry, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to X target creatures, where X is the number of cards looked at while scrying this way. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it becomes the target of a spell or an ability and opponent controls, you may draw a card. Pippin's Bravery. Elrond, Lord of Rivendell. Horses of the Brunnen. Enddraft Basin. And our commons. Pretty Foily Forest. And, oh, we've got one of the Soul Ring artworks. Sick. Alright, last pack before we get into our wonderful little box topper. And we've, for some reason, as always, we're finishing on another list card. Stormscape Battle Mage. Huh, the Esper Battle Mage. That's real interesting. I actually like this effect. These effects. Gothmog Morgul Lieutenant. Rangers of Ithilien, which we've read before, so we can skip on through. Hey, we got the Temptation, I guess the Temptation of Tom Bombadil. The Full Wooburg, legendary creature, God Bard. Really. As long as there are 4 or more lore counters among sagas you control, Tom Bombadil has hexproof and indestructible. Whenever the final chapter of a saga you control resolves, reveal cards on the top of your library until you reveal a saga card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. This ability only triggers once each turn. It's the story that never ends with Tom Bombadil. Got Ring Wraiths, 4 and 2 black, creature, Wraith, Knight, 5/5. When enters the battlefield, target a creature an opponent controls gets -3/-3 until end of turn. If that creature is legendary, its control loses 3 life. When the ring tempts you, return Ring Wraiths from your graveyard to your hand. Gothmog, Mogul Lieutenant, Barrow Blade, Frodo Baggins, Golem, Patient Plotter, and our commons, Pretty Forest. And, of course, we could not end this on Tom Bombadil himself. Alright, now, for the box topper. Let's see what we got. We had some pretty good hits. I mean, we had what? The Ancient Tomb, and I think we had the what's it called? Not the Barrymore, the why can I not think of the name? The land that exiles a target player's graveyard. The name's just escaped me right now. Alright, so there is our box topper, and our box topper is Bridge of Kara's Dune, so it's the Ensnaring Bridge. Real nice. So 3 mana art, I mean, you know what Ensnaring Bridge does, but if you don't. 3 mana artifact, creatures with power greater than the number of cards in your hand can't attack. I'll put that right there in the middle. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, favorite, and subscribe. It lets people know that I exist. And then I'm opening these packs mostly for my entertainment, but maybe you might be entertained as well. If you are, that's great. You can follow me on Twitter, links down below. You can also find us at the Planeswalker Pantheon on Facebook. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.